started?
Excuse me, Mr. Mills. Did Miss Manny talk to you today?
What's on your mind?
I have confession to make. I am not really Vader. I am actor. In Russia, I play under Stanislavski. I was for 7 years with Moscow Art Theater.
Well, then what's with this waiter's getup, huh? A disguise?
No. You see, I play so good Vader parts on stage. When I know American gets acting job, I become Vader in real life.
Well, I'll be damned.
Mr. Mead, many times I've seen your company rehearsing on 19th floor. Please, I would like to play part of Southern Mine, Jimmy's father.
Look here, what's your name?
Sasha.
Sasha. In the first place, it'll cost you a great many tips to get into actor's equity.
Oh, but I belong to Actors Act. I belong to Waiters Union too. Very hard to get into Waiters Union.
Well, then my advice is to stay where you are. Most actors would be tickled to death to get as close to a lamb chop as you.
Please, impresario. I read what the Russian critic Yaghoubian say about my Uncle Vanya. Spasiba,
I take your word for it.
It is just like in America. 3.5 stars.
Some of the time, I'm trying to digest this cutlet.
Gordon?
Hey!
I must talk to you.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Gruen.
Sit down, Joe. Have some coffee.
What a mess, what a mess.
Having trouble with Flossie again? I'd be glad to go down to the house and straighten things out for you.
I knew this would happen, Gordon. I knew it. I should have never allowed you into this hotel.
Now, you mustn't be impatient, Joe. You can't just shake backers out of your sleeve. It takes a little time.
Gordon, I'm in a terrible spot. The supervising director is downstairs now, and he's inspecting the books.
I thought he wasn't coming for another 2 months.
He walked in on me unexpectedly. He'll discover your bill any minute now. It's the largest one in the hotel. What do I tell him? How do I explain it? If he finds out you're my brother-in-law, it may cost me my job.
You don't really think he's gonna make any trouble?
No. He's gonna hand me a medal for extending $1,200 to a shoestringer. If you had only nursed it along. But no, that would have been too normal. You had to move in 22 actors.
Well, I had to find some way of holding on to my cast. They've been rehearsing without pay for 7 weeks. The least I can give them is board and lodging.
But you've been in the hotel for only 2 weeks. And look at your bill.
Joe, I haven't got one necessary person living in this hotel. Binion doesn't live here. Faker doesn't live here.
But you've got the whole cast living here. Every time that crew of yours marches into the dining room, it looks like a convention.
Joe, the minute I get it back, I'll have the whole thing cleaned up like that.
I can't tell that to Wagner. You've had dozens of backers, and none of them have ever come through. You know, I've been practically supporting you.
Supporting me? Say, aren't you starting to get things a little twisted? Joe, you are my partner. This was a business proposition. You entered it willingly.
I entered it willingly. You mean I was railroaded into it? By you and Flossie. For weeks you guys kept pounding at me. I'm too conservative. I don't gamble. I'm in a rut. I'm the manager of a shaky hotel, and yet I, like a fool, fell for it.
Well, isn't that too bad? You fell for 10% of a play. That's gonna be a smash hit.
Listen, Gordon, I'd like to call this whole thing off too. If you could make some sort of payment. Isn't there someone, someplace? I mean, you do know a lot of people, don't you? The rehearsal was terrific. The play expended. We didn't have you any money. Me?
Joe was having trouble with a bookkeeper.
He is not a bookkeeper. Mr. Wagner was sent here by the board of directors. Room service, just a minute, Binion. You can't eat here anymore.
But the lesson...
Put down the phone!
Are you serious?
Of course I am. That's what I've been trying to make you guys realize.
Say, maybe I ought to move out of here.
With a $1,200 bill? How can
You mean I have to stay here and let Wagner lock me out?
I don't know. I don't know what he'll do.
Joe, you'll have to pay the bill yourself.
I haven't got a nickel. Flossie spends my salary before it's even out of the envelope.
Well, then there's only one thing left to do, Joe. I'll have to skip.
Skip? You mean you're gonna go down
I'm
there
gonna
with all
take
your...
my luggage out, but we can wear a lot of clothes. Harry, put on 3 of my suits.
I'll get Baker to give us hand. He may still be in the rehearsal room.
Now, Gordon, obviously this isn't something that
Get
you
here
should
in
be...
1922.
Come on, Joe, be mother's little helper.
This is ridiculous. You can't skip. I refuse to allow
It's
it.
the only solution, Joe.
I have a say in this hotel. I'm the manager here.
I'm doing it for your sake just as much as I am mine. This'll cover you with Wagner. You can blame it all on me. You extended credit and good faith, but I turned out to be a louse. I'm a crook, a deadbeat. When you catch me, you'll have me arrested.
Baker's on his way down now.
So let me get this straight. Wagner takes it out on me, and I take it out on you.
Sure, and that way the cast can stay on here.
But how?
Who's gonna
You
take
don't
care
want 22 people skipping all in one day.
Obviously not, but what are you gonna do about all the
You
people?
see, Joe, the bills are charged to me. They can't be held responsible. Now, the minute I'm out, we'll have the whole cast re-register under their own names. And, starting from today on, instead of one big bill, you'll have 22 little ones.
Hang around, Joe. You'll see how it's done. Hello? Oh, for you, Mr. Gribble.
Hello? Who is this? Oh, yes, Mr. Wagner. I'll be right down.
I'll be out of here in half an hour.
But you're going to pay this bill?
Yes. Uh-huh. Eventually.
17 years in the hotel business, and I pull a stupid stunt like this.
Well, Gordon, this only goes to prove what I've always said. Hotels are no good.
Looks like you're right.
Even with the relative running it, it's just no good. When I think of the lockouts you've been through, the clothes you've left behind.
I'd like to have that $90 coat I had to leave at the Edison. They caught me unaware. Well, looks like you're better off in that furnished room after all, eh? I'll have to find a place to stay tonight.
How about Chris's place?
At the Martha Washington Hotel? Please, they wouldn't even let George in. Maybe you can put me up.
Sure, but you have to sleep on the shelf.
What's the matter with the floor?
I'm on the floor.
What happened to the bed?
I can't get it out of the wall. Gordon, if we don't get it back for soon.
What are you talking about? We've got to get it back, and we've got to get Godspeed on the stage. It'll put us back on our feet, you know that? It'll give Chris his chance. Oh, Harry, that guy projects like...
Yeah, I know. I've seen him rehearsing. That guy is loaded with talent.
What the hell good is it behind that typewriter? You'd think Fremont would have enough brains to put him in one of his productions.
He'll find out.
It's a good thing for me he never had Godspeed, or he'd dash across Wago and grab my offer away from me. Hello? Yeah, Joe. Oh, thanks. Wagner's checking my bill right now. Come on!
Hello, boss. It's great to see you again. Oh, man. I thought Harry was pulling a gag over the phone.
Oh, no, it's legit.
Too bad.
Come on, Faker. Give us a hand.
Sure.
Get the sun in my face.
Go, boss.
I see you came prepared.
Yeah, I don't want to take no chances, so I left my short upstairs. Where are you gonna stay, Gordon?
Maybe you can put me up.
At the Metropole? You wouldn't want to stay there, boss. It's the Royce Lockhouse on 11th Avenue.
Looks like I'll have to kill up on your shelf.
Sure, you're much better off. Besides, you'd have to sleep sideways at my place.
Is that a rule at the Metropole?
I thought you had a large bed there.
Sure. I got 4 other guys living with me. We're packed in like a lot of sardines.
What? Again?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, but you can't do it. You must stay here. I found a backer for you. He's coming up here.
When?
I don't know. Maybe later today, maybe tomorrow.
Who is he? Where'd you get him?
He's an investing agent. A man named Jenkins. He walked into the office an hour ago and wanted an interview with Fremont. He has money to invest in a play. What sort of straitjacket did he wear? I talked about doing business with Fremont. I told him all about Gordon. And I gave him my copy of Godspeed, which he's reading at this very moment.
Why didn't you phone and tell me about it?
Couldn't take that chance. Fremont might have walked in.
Too bad you made the appointment up here.
It happened so fast.
Now I don't know what to do. If I stay here, I may lose my cast, and if I don't, I may lose a backer.
You must be here when he comes.
Did he sound legit?
I hate to say it, Gordon. We've said it so many times before. But I have a feeling Mr. Jenkins may be the man. And that may be Mr. Jenkins now.
The overcoats! Just a minute! Hurry up, I guess you make it! See? This man is professional! Excuse me! Now! Oh, God, put it under the pillow!
Mr. Miller?
Yes?
My name is Davis.
Davis?
Yes, the author of Godspeed.
Oh, this is a surprise!
I guess I should have wired you I was coming.
Don't mind the appearance of the room. We was just cleaning up a bit.
I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all, not at all. This is Mr. Marlowe. He's gonna play the brother. Mr. Biggin, my director, and Mr. England, my general assistant.
Well, I'm certainly glad to know you all. Do you mind if I sit down? I just caught my first glimpse of Broadway. I'm still a little dazed.
Great old street, ain't it?
I never saw so many orange drink stands in my life.
Too bad you didn't get here a little while ago. You could have seen a rehearsal.
You mean you've actually got actors? And they're rehearsing my play?
That's right.
Well, could I see a rehearsal?
Tomorrow morning at 11. That's when we start.
Couldn't I see one tonight?
This is a Gordon Miller production. You'll see plenty of rehearsals.
I'm sure glad I quit my job. You know, they all advised me against it. But I know now I was doing the right thing. Well, my bags are downstairs.
Oh, you intend to check in here?
Well, before I do that, I'd like to speak with you. You see, I have no money to speak of. I was depending on the advance.
But I sent you 100 last month.
Yes, but the option expires at midnight, and the contract calls for another 100.
Did you say you came from Oswego?
Yeah, I just got off the last train. I intend to stay in New York permanently.
Davis, of course I could give you the cash, but my advice is to go back home and let me send for you, huh? Say a week before we open.
But I've burned my bridges behind me. I've left home for good.
I see, but you could go back home if you wanted to.
Oh, yes. I mean, my stepfather and I are on the best of terms.
Oh, Davis, you left your mother with a stepfather? That's the wrong thing to do. You must go back immediately.
By the next bus.
I left my mother in Columbus and I've regretted it ever since.
I guess you guys don't understand. I intend to send her money.
You think money can take your place?
If I was you, I'd scram right back to Oswego. You may be breaking the old lady's heart.
No, she seemed quite happy when I left. After the idea sort of soaked in.
Only a mother's mask. At this very moment, she may be sitting at the fireside, wringing her hands.
We have no fireside.
No, Davis, I can't let you do this.
You're only making another human being suffer. Remember, kid, you only got one mother.
What time's the next bus leave for Oswego?
Excuse me, but that
My
might be...
boy, in a little while, you'll be thanking us for this.
Try home for another week. There's no place like it.
I appreciate the advice.
The next bus leaves at 9 too. If you hurry, you can still make it.
I'll go down and help you with your bags, kid.
Davis, this was the most important decision of your life.
You'll never regret it.
I don't want to appear stubborn, but I'm afraid I couldn't go back now. I feel like a jellyfish. I've already said goodbye to everybody. The Psi Epsilon Gamma gave me a send-off at the station, and they don't expect me home till I'm famous. I'd be ashamed to face them. I couldn't go back now. I just couldn't.
Now listen, Davis.
If you people are no longer interested in my play, I wish you'd just tell me. I'm sure Morton Fremont would buy it. I have a letter of introduction to him.
Fremont?
I'm guessing you've heard of him.
Davis, I'm beginning to see your point. You just don't want to go home.
That's it.
No use forcing our opinion on him.
It might make him neurotic.
Now, about this advance, all you actually need the money for is board and lodging.
Yes.
Davis, your problems are solved. Moving right here.
You mean live with you?
That's right.
Ah, gee, that's swell. Thanks an awful lot.
I'll get your bags, kid.
Will you? They're by the newsstand, marked LD. 2 bags and a typewriter.
Shall I register reports?
Yeah, you better do that. Say, Davis, do you happen to have any money on you? Might be a good idea to let me put it in my vault downstairs.
I have 67 cents.
Make yourself at home.
If you don't mind, I'd like to wash up.
Sure, this is it.
I still have some Ontario and Western cinders in my ears.
Save them for the fuel. Looks like it's gonna be a hard winter.
No use even thinking of skipping now. I have to stay here, whether I like it or not.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? You can't pay the bill with the 67 cents.
How about the Morris plan? I'll sign for you, I'm working.
Thanks, Chris, but it won't do. The Morris plan knows me.
Now I know how Gypsy Rose Lee feels.
There must be someone in New York with $100.
If there is, you borrowed it. What you need to do is wait for a new generation to grow up.
But something has to be done. You may lose the play, and that can't happen. I'll go to Fremont. Maybe he'll advance me $100. After all, it's no risk for him. I can always work it off.
That's the kind of argument that appeals to a human being. What are you going to say to Fremont?
Everything is okie doke, boss. I just registered Davis.
Did the room clerk say anything?
Nah. I looked him straight in the eye. Davis is now a member in good standing.
There's nothing to lose. Fremont may still be in the office, and don't do anything silly while I'm gone. I'll be back soon.
That may be Jenkins. Hello? Yeah. Who wants Mr. Binion? Hang on. Harry, you know any policemen?
Policeman? Hello?
What's that?
What officer? Well, this is the first I've heard of it. Would you mind keeping on it? I'll be right over. Okay. Thank you. I've been evicted!
I told you, Harry, you're much better off in a hotel.
I'd better take a taxi. Gordon, give me $1.
They could give him $1.
I ain't had $1 since the bonus.
So my stuff is on the sidewalk.
My books, my papers.
My dear head! I'll hug the typewriter.
Oh, no, you don't!
You explain it to Davis.
Never mind, Davis, I want to hook it for
I'm
myself.
sending it more than you do.
But I've got a bill to pay!
Let me go. The cop wants to give me a ticket. He says my dear head is blocking the fire hydrant.
Harry, wait!
I can't wait. That's why I'm going to help you evicted from the sidewalk.
I've always suspected Harry of having a selfish streak.
If I could hawk my pawn tickets, we'd have plenty of them.
I ought to go down to Lindy's. Maybe one of them racetrack boys had a good day.
I'll go over to my hotel and see if there's any knickknacks left.
Certainly is a swell bathroom. I've never lived in a hotel before.
I'm going out for a few minutes. If anyone calls, I'll be right back.
Sure. Do you mind if I make a phone call?
Go right ahead.
I want to tell my mother where I am. You sort of made me lonesome for her.
Well, you're all registered, so make yourself at home.
Long distance, please. Oswego, New York. 26 ring 4. Thank you. Hello? Ma? This is Leo. Your son? The older one? Yeah, I got here in good shape, Ma. Oh, he's a swell fellow, Ma. I just moved in with him. No, we'll sleep in different beds. Say, Ma, you weren't crying after I left, were you? Listen, Ma, you can call me anytime you like. A Whiteway Hotel. Oh, you can reverse the charges. All right, Ma. Love you too. Good night. Wickersham 26334. Thank you. Hello? Is this the We Never Sleep Collection Agency? This is Leo Davis of Oswego. Oh no, I'm at the Whiteway Hotel. Room 920. You see, I was falling behind on my payments on the typewriter, so the Underwood people turned it over to you for collection. If you send someone over, I'll be glad to pay up the balance. Come in. Sure. That's all right.
Mr. Miller's room.
It is his room. He'll be right back. Are you an actress?
No, I'm the manager's secretary, Miss Manny.
Well, what shall I tell her?
Why, nothing. No, it's not.
Excuse me, what did you say your name was again?
Manny. Hilda Manny.
I know somebody called Manny up in Oswego.
Oscar Manny?
He used to give me piano lessons.
He's my uncle.
You don't say. What would you think of that?
Well, are you visiting here?
Yeah, I just moved in with Mr. Miller. You see, he's producing my play.
Are you the author of Coffee?
You know the play?
Of course. I've watched the rehearsals on the 19th floor.
Ah, gee. Everyone's seen them except for me. Oh, won't you sit down? Have a chocolate. I bought them on the train.
Thank you.
Ah, gee. This has been a wonderful day for me. Meeting a nice bunch of fellas, my play's being rehearsed, and
It's a beautiful play, Mr. Davis.
You really think so?
It thrills me every time I hear it. It's going to be a big success. I'm sure of that.
There's no question about it.
Do you know, I've worked in this hotel for 3 years, and we've had lots of playwrights living here, and I guess I've heard all of their plays, but I've never heard one as good as yours.
The mayor of Oswego is crazy about it.
I guess I could talk to you about what I was going to talk to Mr. Miller about. It's a lot easier to talk to you. It's about an actor.
Oh, somebody you like?
Oh, I think he's wonderful.
I see.
He's a waiter in the hotel. He was a big star in Russia, in the Moscow Art Theater. He told me all about it.
The Moscow Art Theater?
The other day, he did a scene from Chekhov from Nina Mezzanine. I was amazed. Mr. Davis, could you give him a parting Godspeed? He could play the father. He's quite a middle-aged man. He's getting so discouraged, and anything you could do for him.
Ah, gee, it's hard to picture you with a middle-aged man.
But, oh, no, it's nothing like that. It's just a favor I'm doing for him.
I see. Well, sure, I'd be glad to hear him read anytime. Say, I may be discovering a great actor.
You've made me so happy.
Ah, gee, I should have come to Broadway a long time ago. Everyone here's so nice and helpful. It's really altogether different from what I thought.
Oh, I love to help people. If you should have a contract to sign or anything like that, I'll be glad to help. I have 8 lawyers in the family. Well, I guess I must be off.
Another chocolate?
Oh, I need these. My figure is always slim. I have no tendency to fat at all. Some girls would die at the thought of eating chocolate, but I can do it.
that Russian actor read for me right now.
Sure, that'd be great. I'll get him and you can meet us in the mezzanine.
Oh, what's the matter?
I guess I should go through that room. Where's my passkey? I don't want Mr. Gribble to see me up here.
Mr. Gribble?
He's my boss. He just got out of the elevator.
Oh.
Anybody in there? Nobody there? Well, I guess he's out.
And we're out a pretty penny, Gribble. I can't understand what's going on here. You say Miller skipped?
So I was given to understand, Mr. Wagner?
Well, when did he skip?
Well, I'm not sure about that.
And they just checked in this Davis without cleaning the room?
He insisted on this room.
How did you know that Miller didn't go downstairs and register himself as Davis? That's what I want to know.
The clerks know Miller. I'm sure it was Davis who registered as Davis.
I just want to know one thing, Gribble. What the hell goes on inside that?
Well, Mr. Wagner,
Senator Blake is the president of this chain, not you. It's for him to lay down the rules and for you to follow them. The credit limit on this unit is $500.
Miller kept stringing me along for days, showing me backers, telegrams. Why, I never expected him to skip. He's a crook, a deadbeat. If I catch him, I'd have him arrested.
I'm sorry, Gribble. I'll have to charge you with the difference between the limit and the loss. That will be exactly $700.
Mr. Wagner.
Gribble, Senator Blake sent me here to pull this unit out of the red. Now, if I succeed, there's a vice presidency waiting for me. And I'm not gonna let anyone stand in my way.
Well, perhaps Miller didn't skip after all.
Then we'll lock him out.
We can't do that. We may be locking out Davis.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Gribble. I mean, the more I get into this, the less I know. One thing I'm sure of is that there's a screw loose in this hotel somewhere, and I'm gonna find it.
Mr. Wagner, if you'll only give me the chance to investigate.
Investigate? You let this chiseler move in here, moving 22 other people. I'm 22 people I can't even find, charging it all for what too. And now you want to... You're Mr. Davis?
No.
Mr. Miller, perhaps? No! My God, Gribble, they've checked in another man.
There must be some sort of mistake.
I'll stay there, Now, who's living here anyway? I'll take that. I'll find out what's going on here.
A hell of a time getting through the revolving door.
Don't talk to me. Hello. Yes, this is Mr. Wagner. Oh, what's that? Well, in the dining room. I'll be right down. Don't leave this room, Gribble. I have work to do.
But Mr. Wagner...
Now there are 22 people having dinner down there, charging it all to Miller. Damn it!
I thought Gordon was going to skip.
We're expecting a backer.
Why didn't he tell me? And who is this Davis?
The author. We had to give him a home or lose the play. What are you so nervous about?
Binion, don't tell me you plan on moving in here too.
I've been evicted.
My God, I'll be ruined. I'll lose my job. What is Gordon trying to do to me? Gordon, why didn't you tell me you planned on staying?
I tried to. I stopped by your office. Nobody knew where you were.
Wagner is charging me with $700 of your bill.
Keep your shirt on, Joe. Chris brought me a backer. I may get the money any minute.
Backer, I'm sick of hearing that word. And then you went to register this Davis?
Anybody want me?
Are you Davis?
Leave it to me, Joe.
Have you any money?
Why, no. Are you from the We Never Sleep collection agency?
I'm the hotel manager.
So step into the hall. I want to talk to you.
I'm gonna charge Davis with half that $1,200.
I don't understand!
You had no right moving in here.
Don't be a fool.
What sort of hotel is this? You move in and you owe $600 right away?
Pay no attention to him.
He's excited. I'm not excited. Your name is on every blacklist. You've been locked out of every hotel from here to 149th Street. You haven't got a dime, and you probably never will. All you've done is ruined me!
What does he mean?
This is a private matter.
But he says you have no money.
It's true. I have no money. But I have a backer coming.
Well, What's that?
A money man. You know, people who invest in plays.
Well, then what do I need you for?
Now look what you've done.
Yes, and look what you've done.
When is this money man coming?
Today, tomorrow, any minute. What difference does it make?
Well, I don't want to owe $600.
Hello? Yeah, speaking. Oh, come right up, Mr. Jenkins. You hear that, Joe? We're out of the woods. Now, you go and tell that Wagner I'm sure he'll be reasonable.
This isn't a trick.
Mr. Jenkins is my backer.
Well, Wagner told me not to leave this room, but I guess this is really important.
What's the matter, Davis?
I'm just a little disappointed, that's all.
Never told you I was putting my own money into the play.
But you all seem so nice and kind. I thought I was moving into some sort of a club.
Don't take it to heart.
Everybody does it like this. All producers have backers. Haven't you read Variety?
I bought a copy once, but I couldn't really understand it. The headline said, Hicks, Nicks, Sticks, Picks. I guess maybe I'm not used to Broadway yet.
Davis, what you need is two shepherds like us to guide you. Come right in. Mr. Jenkins, I presume?
Yes, Mr. Miller.
Come right in, sir. This is Mr. Binion, my director.
How do you do, Mr. Jenkins?
Mr. Davis, my author.
How do you do, gentlemen? Mr. Jenkins, I'm glad to know ya. I've never met a backer before.
Mr. Davis just got in from Oswego. Won't you sit down, sir?
Thank you. I presume Mr. Marlowe told you all about our meeting.
Oh, yes.
I see you have a copy of my play. It's a great idea, isn't it?
He's new in the business.
Oh, that's quite all right. I admire your enthusiasm, young man. I enjoyed the play very much.
Mr. Jenkins, I can see you're a man of taste and discrimination.
It's a unique play, to say the least.
What an idea. American history seen through the eyes of an ignorant southern miner.
The green pastures of history!
The cavalcade of America!
And it's entirely original.
Mr. Jenkins, the average producer might think Godspeed too artistic. But to my mind, it's the perfect wedding of the muse and the box office. It can't be the combination like that.
You don't have to sell me, Mr. Miller. Of course I like to see the play make money, but that's not the primary consideration. I see you gentlemen are surprised.
Well,
Let me explain. This is not my own money I'm investing.
oh, that does make a difference.
You see, I'm the agent for a very wealthy man. I'm sure you'd recognize his name if I mentioned it.
Who is he? Do I know him?
Mr. Jenkins would tell us if he cared to.
Exactly. And there's a young lady involved?
And she would like to play a small part?
Yes, not an unusual thing in your business.
The usual thing, I should say.
That's Gruen. And my employer's predisposed to indulge it up to $15,000.
15,000? Yeah, I'm sure we could manage on that, right? Yeah, just about. I'm sure Mr. Davis wouldn't mind writing in a part for the young lady.
Yes! I'd be glad to.
Then I take it you're interested.
Yes, I am.
You mean you have $15,000 here with you?
No, young man, I haven't. But if you'll have the papers ready, I'll sign them and pass the check. Shall we say at 1 o'clock tomorrow? You'll make everything out in my name, Simon Jenkins.
Ah, gee, Mr. Jenkins, thanks a lot. Boy, we sure needed it.
At your office?
Why not here?
Oh, you mean here?
Yes, but of course there's to be no publicity. You can easily understand my client's position. Gentlemen, tomorrow at 1.
Tomorrow at 1.
Goodbye. It's a pleasure to see so much enthusiasm and youth. Well, see you all tomorrow.
Harry, it looks like Chris was right.
I'll let you know tomorrow at 1.
This is wonderful. I'm so excited.
If only Joe would get up here. I can't wait to Joe! Great news! I've got the money for the play.
Thank God.
I'll have the check tomorrow at 1.
Tomorrow? But didn't you get a binder?
I couldn't, Joe. Might have spoiled everything.
But we have to have money today. Wagner is furious.
Can't you stall him?
He found your cast in the dining room and shut off room service in the middle of the appetizer.
Gordon, your entire cast is in the lobby. They've just been locked out of their rooms.
Did you get anything from Fremont?
No, he turned me down.
God, he can't do this to me. And if I lose my cast, I'll sue him.
Don't start anything else, Gordon.
Well, they've got to sleep somewhere.
Can you put him up in the ballroom? No. Sure, it's just overnight.
Wagner may find out.
If Wagner walks in, they'll start dancing.
If only Jenkins would come.
He was here. We'll have the check tomorrow.
That's wonderful. I knew it.
How about the Whiteway Theater?
Yes, it's nothing but a storage room now. Wagner would never think of looking in there.
All right, all right. Here are the keys.
I'll take care of it.
But please, just tell them to be quiet.
I'd better get out of here. I may lose my clothes.
My God, Joe, you must talk to Wagner. He can't lock us out now.
It isn't up to me.
I don't want to take any chances.
Yeah, well, where are you gonna go? We have no money.
I don't know, but I don't want to lose my clothes. They're all I have.
What's this? They check someone else in.
I know this is Mr. Miller.
So they didn't skip after all.
Mr. Wagner, I demand that you reopen those rooms on the 19th floor. The occupants are my guests, and I am responsible for their bills.
And who's responsible for yours? Davis?
I'm responsible for Davis.
And who are you?
I'm Davis.
Gibble! He's skipping right under your very nose!
I'm not skipping.
He just brought in a few things.
Yes, I just brought in a few things.
I have no quarrel with you, Miller. All I want is substantial payment. Are you prepared to make it?
I am.
How much?
The entire sum. Tomorrow.
I'm afraid that won't do.
Mr. Wagner, I have a proposition for you. You have an empty theater downstairs. You haven't been able to rent it in, what, 3 years? No producer will touch it. Now, supposing I put my play...
No, I'm not interested. Miller, I'll give you 1 hour to clean up this bill. Otherwise...
I'll be locked out.
I see you're familiar with hotel procedure. Very well. And don't try the old gag of, staying in the room. I'll send in painters, fumigators. I'll force you out. Come on, girl. I'll get this hotel out of the red if I have to check into every room myself, damn it!
Now I'm going to lose my clothes. I knew something like this would happen. I knew it.
Say, Harry, did you say this was a genuine deal?
Nothing doing. I've got an hour Simpsons now. I'm holding on to this one. I've just been locked out of my hotel. Can you beat it? For a lousy $6. You're just in time for another one.
Ah, gee. Isn't there any hotel in New York where they let you out?
I saw Chris in the lobby. He told me about the backer. Boy, that's great.
Did he tell you about Wagner?
Yeah, boy, that's lousy. Where am I gonna go with that asteroid?
Stay here. With us.
Hey, that's swell.
You mean the 4 of us? In one room?
If we can hold on to it.
Sure, we can sleep in shifts.
I'll take the night shift.
I don't like that either. I'll find some place to stay.
Wait a minute. We can't move out of here. Jenkins is coming tomorrow at 1. I don't know how to reach him. We've got to stay here.
Is there a tourist camp anywhere in the neighborhood?
How about dated check? Nah, the Wagner's too wise for that. I'll think of something else.
I've got it! One of us must get sick.
That's right. They can't put out a sick man. It's against hotel law.
Why didn't I think of it before? Remember I had kidney trouble at the Astor, gallstones at the Plaza, and that nervous breakdown at the Edison. Harry, get into bed.
I'm not registered. I'd love to do it for you, Gordon. But neither am I.
It's a cinch, but I can't play sick.
Why not? You've had the most practice.
I gotta go downstairs, meet with the lawyers, drop papers. Leo! What's the matter with you? Huh?
Yeah. You look pale. Terrible.
I feel just fine.
Oh, no, you don't!
Hey! What are you trying to do to me?
You've got to play sick!
I will lose the room.
No! You can't let me down!
But I'm in good health!
You have a contagious disease!
The measles.
I had the measles!
It's a relapse!
Paint your face. I'll make this watch with I do.
Just a minute!
Give me a chance to think!
This is no time to think.
Don't you see, Leo? Your sickness will cover everything!
They don't keep us in the hotel.
Please, not so fast!
You'll save the play! It's suicide to be healthy at a time like this!
Can't I have a disease with my clothes on?
The Wagner may walk in and catch you with your pants on.
Get him in the covers!
How does it look? What is it? A measle.
Make it larger. Looks like a freckle.
You're driving me crazy. My head is swimming.
Hooray! He's delirious.
Congratulations! Here's the ice pack! Come on! Time up! Good!
What kind of hotel gives you this kind of bandage? Oh my God! Wait.
I'll see you.
Here's my 3, and 3 more.
I'll raise you 6.
6 toothpicks?
Feeling pretty good, don't you?
That's too much for me.
I'll raise you 6, and 6 more.
All right, here's your 6. I'll raise you 20.
A 15's the limit.
Okay. 15.
I see you. What do you got?
What do you
What
got?
do you got?
Pair of deuces.
Beats me.
You fellows even bluff each other.
Ideal.
We ought to go down to Linden's and get some new toothpicks. This one's got corned beef on it.
I can't play anymore.
Now don't stop that again.
This is the only way to lick it. You've got to concentrate on something.
But you fellas don't realize that...
Pick up your cards, Leo. You may have a full house. I open blind.
All right, I'm in.
I'm in. How many?
1.
Won't do you any good to bluff this time. Leo.
3.
There you are. Best 3 in the deck. I'll take 4.
Oh, just a minute. You took 5?
I didn't think you were looking.
I blow.
What do you do?
I quit. I can't stand it anymore.
Try to hold out a little longer.
Nigga's bound to rustle up something.
But I feel weak. If I don't eat soon, I'll collapse.
Chris will be here any minute. We're just as hungry as you are.
But you fellows are used to it. I've never gone 18 hours without food before.
It's all a matter of willpower. If you just make up your mind...
I can make up my mind, but I can't do anything about my stomach. If I just had a glass of milk, I'd even eat something I don't like.
No, I'm getting hungry.
How about 2-handed, huh?
No, I've got to concentrate on food. I want to get my mind off the game.
Ah, gee. I wish there was some way you could reopen room service.
I feel as though I'd swallowed a couple of holes. Isn't there some law that obligates a hotel to feed a sick man?
Nah, you're thinking of a hospital.
If there was only something left we could huck, maybe we can get a loan on that ice bag.
How about the deer head?
No!
I'm sure you could get something on it.
Forget about it! I shot him with my own hands. I ate him up to the neck, but I refused to part with the rest of him.
Besides, we couldn't get that monster out of the hotel.
If there was only something left we could huck, my owls, maybe we can get them back from the hawk.
You both exaggerate the importance of food, you know that? I've gone without eating for days. President Hoover says it's good for your stomach.
I'm beginning to see spots before my eyes.
Me too.
Mine are beginning to look like hamburgers.
If you see one with onions, save it for me.
Ah, gee. My mother's the best cook in Oswego. She was going to put up sandwiches for me to take along on the train.
All right. Breaking my heart. Room service.
Well, you'd better not try any more dialect.
Hello? This is Dr. Glass. Glass? The house physician? The patient room 920 is very ill. He must have food immediately. Well, he's just developed a tapeworm.
A tapeworm?
Sure. I have 2 mouths to feed.
Yeah? Yeah, of course this is Dr. Glass. The patient in room 920 is very ill. I tell you it's from hunger. I see. Said the tapeworm will have to register.
I'm gonna get dressed. I'm sure I can borrow $1 from Miss Manny.
Well, you can't leave the room.
Wagner sees you in the lobby with some...
I don't care! I'm hungry!
Don't get hysterical. Faker will be up here any minute.
You said the same thing about Mr. Gribble.
Left a dozen messages for him. He must be out.
2 hours ago you told me he was coming up here with a turkey.
That's what Faker said, didn't he?
Sure. He saw Gribble in the lobby. He was going, stuff the turkey.
You fellas may think you're kidding me, but
Now, Liber, we wouldn't kid you.
Can we help it if Gribble is a liar?
all you've done is taken advantage of me! You pawned the silver frame off my mother's picture. You stole 67 cents out of my pocket while I was asleep!
Well, I had to feed the cast, didn't I? Everything we had went to
And I wasn't even here 10 minutes when you pawned my typewriter. It isn't even my property. I still owe money on it. I may be arrested. Ah, gee.
What's the matter?
My head. It's going around.
There must have been something you ate.
Oh, how do you do, Empresario?
Hello, Mr. Smirnoff.
Oh, I'm sorry, you don't feel good, Mr. Davis.
I promised Mr. Smirnoff you'd let him read the part of the father.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Harry,
Yeah?
we might have a part for Sasha.
We might.
Stand over there, Sasha. Turn around.
Turn around the other way.
Well, what do you think, Harry?
He looks just right to me.
Sasha, could you get us a meal out of the hotel?
Oh, you are hungry. I hear downstairs. They shut you off room service. They do not understand artists in hotel business. In Russia, money means nothing.
If you could make a little mistake.
You mean deliver meal to wrong room?
Oh, we have a terrific part for you.
I just left big order on service elevator. I got to deliver it to Mrs. McGregor upstairs. But I don't know. You see, I take big checks.
It may lead to a Hollywood contract.
Hollywood! Gentlemen, you are singing music in my ears. But if the maitre d' hotel finds out, Gregory Ratov!
Akim Tamarov!
3 years I slaved in kitchen. I know got courage. But now, I do it. Oh boy, he has a lot of talent.
Yeah, I've seen him carry 12 dishes at once.
How do you do? I'm looking for Mr. Davis.
And who are you?
My name is Timothy Hogarth. I represent the We Never Sleep Collection Agency.
Oh, come in, Mr. Hogarth, come in. It's a pleasure to meet a man who never sleeps.
You must go up and take a nap sometime.
Well, is Mr. Davis about?
No, Mr. Davis is not here.
How soon will he be back?
Mr. Hogarth, I'm afraid I have some bad news. He's never coming back.
Oh, gone away?
They took him away.
Oh, is he ill?
Worse than that, he went crazy.
Oh, glory be to God! I'm sorry to hear that, but I understood that he got in from Oswego yesterday.
No! He escaped from Oswego.
Poor man! Well, there's a matter of $42 due on his typewriter, which I've been delegated to collect.
I'm afraid you'll never get it.
He tore up all his money.
Must be his mind. Well, in that case, I have to take back the typewriter.
He took it with him.
To the madhouse?
He likes to hear the little bell ring.
Ding! Well, I've never made any collections in a madhouse before, but I have the orders. Where did they take him?
To Bellevue Hospital.
Bellevue?
The second straitjacket to the left.
Oh,
By the way, don't mention it to the hotel people.
oh, I understand. Good day, gentlemen.
You shouldn't have told him a thing like that.
Why not? Can't sue a lunatic.
They may send a letter to my mother.
So what? Your mother knows you're crazy.
Ah, gee. I don't know where I'm at. Mr. Gribble says I owe $600. Downstairs, they think I have a tapeworm. And now this man thinks I'm crazy.
Gentlemen, I bring you banquet. Come on, Leo. Pull up a napkin.
Put some pepper on my watermelon.
Please, Mr. Mir, I like now to give you audition.
Oh, I'll get the pot for you.
Let him do the scene in the prologue.
There you are, Sasha. You read English, of course.
Oh yes, I know 6 languages.
Well, that's the part of the mind. You know, the father.
I know, Mr. Miller. I hear them rehearsing upstairs every day.
You just got home from work.
You quarrel with the family.
Then, you fall asleep and dream about all the great figures in American history. And every great man turns out to be your son. But that's not in the prologue.
Long speeches.
Are you ready?
Yes, Mr. Miller.
I'll give you the cue.
Father, you look worried. Jimmy, I heard a strange thing about you. What have you heard? You had a fight with the foreman of the mine. That's dirty lie, Pop. Jimmy, you had a fight with Mr. Pendergrass.
All right, it's true. I did lay him out. I'm sick and tired of having him step all over us.
Jimmy, I work hard, make you into something. I think someday you're gonna be great man, like Washington, Lincoln. What you want? Why you make trouble for me? 1,000 miners waiting outside for my job. You wanna get me fired? Huh?
Please, Bobby, the neighbors.
That's all right, Mama. The neighbors know everything already. What you want? We ain't got enough trouble with your sister. Oh! Leave you out 35 years, and you ain't got no marriage yet. And who did you want me to marry? One of them honky-tonk miners, and then the night the mama live with you.
Bobby is good to me.
But a long time ago, you gotta marry Mr. Pendergrass.
Stop picking on her, Father.
All my life, I dig coal, go to sleep, couple hours, get up, dig coal, and what I got? 3 children, no good, not with a 2-cent piece. Tomorrow, I dig coal again, dig again, dig, dig, dig. What a part! Mr. Me! What a part! I come back for the dishes.
Gee, I got a chill down my spine.
This watermelon was terrific.
Leo, I suggest you write a part for the chef.
Gimme. You promised him a part just to get a meal out of him.
I'll take care of him. I'll give him a letter to another producer. Say, we can't get rid of the Bobby we already have. He's been rehearsing the part for 7 weeks. Hey, Chris.
And I borrowed $2 from the porter, dashed out of the office, and expected to find you all gnawing at the carpet.
Got the contract?
Copied it right from Fremont's vest. It's in the bag next to a roll. Where did all this come from?
One of the waiters wants to be an actor.
How do you feel today, Leo?
They gave me a tapeworm.
I thought so. I knew I'd find this store open.
Hello, Joe. What's the idea of ducking my phone calls?
The housekeeper reports those beds were slept in last night. How'd you get in there?
I forgot to return these to you.
Will you stop at nothing? I mean, why can't you just ever do what I say, Gordon? What's this?
Oh, excuse me, Joe. Won't you join us?
How did this get up here? Gordon, I'm as nervous as a cat. If I get through this without losing my job.
Forget it, Joe. I tell you, the lean years are over. I can hear the 7 fat cows mooing in the distance.
Gordon! Gordon!
That's the best I can do, boss. I passed the banana truck.
What are you going to do? This hotel's falling apart around me. Miller. Open this door. Wender! Speak up! Chris, get on the back feet! Davis, you stop rolling! Get the bananas out of here! Got it, the men!
I'm taking care of everything, Mr. Wagner.
Where's the other? His measles are fading.
Never mind the measles. He has a tapeworm now.
Just a minute, Mr. Wagner. There's something broken
did this meal get up here?
On the service elevator.
I know that, but damn it! You know what I mean.
Dr. Glass ordered it for the patient. Dr. Glass did nothing of the kind. I refuse to argue with the hotel security chump. I'm not security. I'm a doctor. Dr. Glass.
You impersonated him on the telephone.
You can get at least 10 years for that.
I want to know how this meal got up here. And where did all these bananas come from? I tell you, there's a screw loose somewhere. Gribble! You were up here. Did you have anything to do with it?
Why, me? Send them a meal to these people? Why, I should say not.
Can't I get to the bottom of anything here? They check in, they check out, they skip, they don't skip, they get sick, and now this meal? I'll fire the waiter. I'll fire the whole damn kitchen!
Shh, quiet, please. There's a patient in the room.
Mr. Davis has a tapeworm.
Last night it was the measles.
I'm not responsible for his complications. We had to get a nurse for a tapeworm? It's ridiculous. Oh, he's been groaning for food all morning. You hear that? He's groaning for more. That groan doesn't sound authentic to me.
Will you consent to have this Davis removed to a hospital at the expense of the hotel?
That's up to Dr. England. What do you think, Doctor?
The patient is too sick to be moved.
The patient looks healthy to me.
I beg your pardon, doctor.
I beg your pardon, doctor.
Go ahead and examine him.
I don't think much of a doctor who advertises in hotel elevators. I'll have you know I've been endorsed by the American Medical Association and by Dr. Fishbein himself. Young man, let me see the chart.
We don't keep a chart.
Don't keep a chart. What hospital are you from?
My hospital, Dr. England's sanitarium.
How do you feel, young man? He's hungry all the time. Please let the patient speak for himself.
I'm hungry all the time.
His tapeworm eats like a horse.
Are you sure you're a doctor?
You want to see my diploma?
Please, I'd love... Mr. Wagner, you can't move Davis out, regardless of what this chiropractor says. Chiropractor?
Doctor, I wish you'd hurry. It's time for the patient's health sleep.
No, he won't sleep until I find out what's going on here. Miller, you committed fraud, and the only thing that keeps me from putting you out this instant is a remote possibility that this man may have some sort of disease.
His pulse is normal.
That's what you think, you little quack.
Quack? I refuse to be insulted. Doctor, I question your ethics. I'll have you investigated by Dr. Fishbein. Say No, wider, like this. You'll never be able to see the tapeworm that way.
Damn it, Gribble, I thought you knew better.
Mr. Wagner,
Allowing yourself to be hoodwinked this way by a bunch of idiots
This is also unnecessary. I handle my guests in a different way.
and I don't like your way. It's not the right way.
I'm the manager here, and I refuse to allow you to insult my guests.
What guest? The whole damn 19th floor is empty.
You locked them out.
Yes, and I'll lock out this Deadwood too, damn it!
What's your language? There's a Christian in the room.
I can't bear anybody's really. This hotel is over up. One of the company's best properties. One of the finest hotels in the East.
Why don't you go down to your office and argue, huh? There's a sick man in the room. True.
Never mind that. Answer your phone. Answer your phone.
Never mind the phone. You get out of here. Turn over.
Hello. Who? Oswego.
That must be my mother.
You tell Mr. Davis she'll have to pay for the call herself. What? No, damn it, we won't accept the charges. See you up against here, Gribble. Phone calls, meals, empty rooms, a bellhop. That's what you are. Nothing but a bellhop. Hello. What do you want? What? Who's making too much noise, damn it?
I want to speak to my mother.
Shut up, you damn tapeworm!
Won't she make that there's something wrong with me?
Please lie down.
Hurry up, doctor. Do something. Get him healthy. Get him out of here.
I need to speak to my mother.
Mr. Marlowe, would you mind calling his mother?
No, Oswego, 2634. Tell her I'm in the shower.
What's this?
Another trick? Now calm down, Wagner. My back is coming any minute.
I'm not interested in your back. All I'm interested in...
Where are you taking him?
I always consider the modesty of my patients.
That's against the law! Oh, step out of the case!
If you'll only listen for reason. My backer is...
Backer? Give us your backer.
I'm the backer?
I mean, you're responsible for the bill. And if they can't pay it, you will. That makes you the backer.
Will you please step out? Hurry up. Hurry up. I haven't all day.
Where'd you come from?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
It's over the bridge.
I know it's over the bridge. What?
Pay no attention to him. He's a genius.
What was he doing in your bathroom?
I was concentrating.
Can't you concentrate with your clothes on?
Not very well.
Mr. Binion is an eccentric director. When he gets an idea, he can't stand clothes on his body. He rips them off and rushes into the bathroom to concentrate.
I've never heard of such nonsense.
We had a tough time keeping his drawers on.
I've got it! Whoa, no. Keep your clothes on, and if the idea comes back, you can put them on again.
I've seen some pretty eccentric nuts in my time. But this beats me.
Directors are very peculiar, Mr. Wagner.
Does Ernest Lubitsch take his pants off?
Of course he does, when he gets the right idea.
I've lost it. Lost it. And they may never come back again.
Never mind, Terry. Put your clothes on.
I caught a glimpse of a new art form. A stage without actors. A theater without an audience. Just scenery and critics. But it's gone.
Nonsense. A lot of nonsense.
Terrible news! He has disappeared! Disappeared? He's not in Bellevue! He's gone! They've transferred him! to Kings County!
Kings County?
Go, my friend, before they transfer him again.
Scram!
Godspeed!
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 Godspeed! Wonderful!
Terrific!
I didn't think he could do it.
How'd you like it? That was a scene from our play.
Damn it, girl. I've been a hotel man 30 years. I've met all sorts of chiselers.
Hello. Yes, it is, Mr. Wagner.
What, 19 people? Damn it.
19 people. We're just scared of living in a theater.
Throw them out! Come on, girl. We'll find out about this. Godspeed!
He's gonna throw my cast out of the theater. Go down and tell him all the way in the lobby. Get Chris to help you.
Okie doke, boss.
Well, there's no use pretending any further. That man is perfectly healthy.
I'm not so sure about that.
I'll stand on my diagnosis. Where is Mr. Wagner?
Never mind, Wagner. This is just between you and me.
Well, I guess he'll be happy to know the truth. Davis was feigning illness to defraud the hotel.
You're right, Doc. He's perfectly healthy. But you can't tell that to Wagner.
I hold no brief for Wagner. I've had to submit to his bullying the same as you. But my duty is clear. Kindly step out of my way.
Listen to me for 1 minute, will you? Tell him tonight. Tomorrow, but not now.
Get out of my way.
10%. I'll give you a piece of the show.
I don't want a piece of the show.
I'll put your name on the program.
I don't want my name on the program. Put that little doctor's name on the program. Whoever he is, I'm going down. Where's my bag? What have you done with my bag?
You must have left it in the bathroom, Doc.
Excuse me. I was just getting dressed.
Oh, don't you have to be sick anymore?
No, the doctor found out I was faking.
Oh, he did. Well, that's too bad.
Well, anyways, I found out I'm in perfect condition.
Mr. Davis, I mean, Leo. I came out to thank you for what you did for Mr. Smirnoff.
Oh, that's quite all right. I'm sorry I couldn't do more for him, but I guess that letter should take care of it.
Letter?
Mr. Miller's giving him a letter to another producer.
Another producer?
It's too bad we already have another Bobby.
You mean, but he's under the impression that he's in your play.
Yes, but the Bobby we have has been rehearsing for quite some time now.
I see.
We were very hungry. I'm willing to pay for it.
That won't do any good. He's lost his job on account of you.
They fired him?
Yes, because of the meal he brought you. He was depending on the part.
Ah, gee. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. You see, the Bobby we have...
Mr. Davis, I am disappointed in you. I thought you were the kind a girl could depend on.
You're nothing of the sort. I was so hungry.
I thought we could be real friends, but I guess I was mistaken. Mr. Smirnoff has a wife and a great many children depending on him. Oh, I didn't think you were capable of doing such a thing.
Please, Hilda, don't take it that way. You don't know what it means to go without food for 18 hours.
You had no right eating that meal if there was the slightest doubt about his getting the part.
Well, I can't give it back to him
I
now.
don't care what you do. I'm not interested.
Honestly, I'll make it up to him.
Don't.
Games Warehouse, one interior matter cut, $212.
Check.
One colonial dining room, one White House steps, one Valley Forge, and a Plymouth Rock. $2,780.
Check.
From Simpson's Pawn Shop, a stuffed owl. Yeah, $4.40.
Right.
You know, I want to investigate this owl. I see the guy getting into play. From the Roth Gallery.
Oh, you skipped the Worldwide Studios?
Worldwide.
Item number 17.
17? What is this orderly man, this Miller is? No files, no records. I mean, any normal businessman would wait for the cash to come through instead of charging all this junk. Here it is from the Worldwide Studios, one sky with 67 stars and a quarter moon, $250.
Check.
You know, Gibble, I've been wondering, why hasn't that check come through yet?
Oh, it'll probably be through in the morning.
From the Roth Galleries, one Rubens, two Michelangelos, and a Whistler's mother, $12.50.
Check.
From the hotel, first week's advance rent on the Whiteway Theater, $500.
I don't think I've entered that one yet.
I just figured it out, Gribble. We're not running this hotel. We're just working for Miller. He's the invisible manager.
No, I think that
Well, look. For the past 5 days, we've done nothing but keep books for him. And now he's finally chased us out of the office.
Well, it's just for the day. After all, opening night, there's so much to do.
No, but I still think we should have charged him more on rent. I mean, cleaning up that theater alone has cost a fortune. Look at the overtime. 40 scrubbermen going day and night, 15 special porters, and all those carpenters to plug up the rat
We should have never allowed Groucho Marx in there.
Now Miller is just as bad. I mean, I can't see why he's in such a hurry to open. I guess he just can't wait to lose all fish money.
Then you don't like the play?
Well, of course I don't know much about it, but between you and me, I think it's a piece of cheese.
Well, I think it's pretty good. Especially that Russian waiter.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, boys. Thanks for the office. It was a great help.
And how did the rehearsal go?
A few hitches here and there, but we'll be okay.
Oh, Wagner, thank you, Tom Village.
Oh, yeah. Say, Miller. Will you be sticking around for a while?
Yeah, I've got to wash up and dress.
Good. I'll be right back.
Say, Gordon, why don't you lie down for a few minutes?
Nah,
But you haven't had your clothes off since Saturday night. How can you stand?
I'm saving my collapse until after the opening. Say, Joe, Flossie tells me you're gonna name the baby after me. Oh, Joe, we are gonna give that kid the damnedest bringing up.
Now, please, I don't mind you being the manager here, but let me be my own father.
When that boy opens his eyes, I'm gonna be a rich man. so will you. And when he grows up, you can tell him how his uncle gave you 10% of a money machine. And to think, all the time you thought was just a piece of paper.
Now that's not true, Gordon. I always knew you'd get there. You're just one of those people destined for success.
That's sweet of you, Joe.
Well, it's just that your methods are a little peculiar, but your troubles are over now. You have a marvelous backer, and you definitely won't have to chisel anymore.
Come in. Oh, there you are, Mr. Wagner. He told me you was up here. Why? Oh, it's nothing. Would you mind signing the receipt again, Mr. Wagner? Well,
What receipt?
come back later. I'm busy, but the bank clerk rejected your signature, sir.
The bank?
I just signed something. It's nothing. Come back in the morning.
But
I must have it tonight, sir. Joe, step in the next room. It'll just take a second. Come out into the hall.
Just a minute, Gordon.
Gordon, but I thought...
This is not Mr. Wagner. Let me see that receipt.
I tell you it's nothing, Joe. You ain't Mr. Wagner.
Here, boy. I'm the hotel manager.
Joe, give me that. No wonder that signature ain't good.
My God.
It's just as big a blow to me.
The check. It bounced.
I walk into your office this afternoon, and this gentleman says he's Mr. Wagner and signs the receipt. And the bank won't accept the signature. Boy, you go back to the bank and tell Mr. Wagner can't be reached. But I got to come back in the morning.
$15,000.
Now don't get panicky. I didn't tell you because I didn't want to upset you. Besides, I don't want Wagner to find out before the opening. After the show, I'll tell him myself. Once the players are hit, you can't squawk.
You knew it all
I'll
along.
pay back every nickel.
You must have known it.
But you're in the box office, huh?
That's why you've been rushing so.
Pull yourself together, Joe, and for God's sake, don't tell Wagner.
If the play is a flop,
Can't be.
all the scenery, we'll have to make good.
Now, I was saving my little surprise till now.
Well,
How do you like it, Joe?
Oh, it's beautiful.
We'll have a drink on me. Finest stuff there is right off the ice. A YULA 28 sent to me by Senator Blake himself.
I'm overwhelmed.
Well, after all, you're a guest who is standing now. Of course you still owe us a little bill, eh, Joe? Well,
As soon as I've had my bath.
regardless of what Now listen, girl. Regardless of what I think of it personally, I still think it was a good idea to make this gesture. You know, I mean, after all, Shay, you look pale.
Oh, we must be the lights.
Now, I'll confess one thing, Gribble. You can't help but admiring Miller. He's got the energy of a steam shovel. But I still think he's a crackpot. Something wrong? That damn fish we had for dinner last night. The food in this hotel is not. I mean, can you imagine a shrewd manipulator like this investing all his money in a piece of cheese? Nope, not me. Give me a sound, stable business like a hotel any day. Well, guess we may as well check out these last few items while we're waiting for Miller. From the Acme Printing Company, $1 million. Stage money, $1.27. Take it easy, snap out of it. Come on. Hello. Yeah. This time, yeah, put them on. Clerk from the bank. Hello. Yes, it is, Mr. Wagner. Verify what signature? What receipt? Oh, hold on. You signed my name on anything today?
No, I didn't.
Oh, what's it for? Some check that came back today. Probably some transient.
Oh, no, I have to get the Alka-Seltzer.
Why don't you take this up with the book here? Listen, I can't be bothered with this. Oh, what's that? It's a Zachary Fish. You investigated. Well, he stopped it? No. In the morning? Yes. In the morning!
the hotel business. No headaches, no worries.
Yes.
A director's work is never done.
Especially when he has to open in 5 days.
What?
Nothing. I mean, it's hard work.
Well, Brother Wagner, I'll have that drink now. You don't mind if Harry joins our little party?
No, in fact, I insist. But, I want to make it a real party. Now, I have another surprise for you boys. A big surprise. Now, don't go away.
I'd like to get a license to hunt Wagner. It'd look perfect alongside my deerhead.
You give that list to the stage manager?
It's all taken care of.
Sure hope the Delaware River doesn't cave in again tonight.
They're bracing it up now. Say, what do you think of that Russians?
Horrific.
What do you think?
Very sharp.
I just couldn't wait till you came downstairs again. I had to come over and show it to you. It turned out so well.
I can see those lines forming at the box office night after night. That dough will come rolling in so fast we won't be able to count it.
I'll count it.
But I'll bank it.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna build a theater on this street.
According before you build that theater.
I know. You're right. Gotta get out of here. No more hotels. I'm gonna find a real home. Kind of place I've always dreamed about.
It'll be so nice for you to pay rent like other people.
Boy, you look great. But then the prologue costume.
Curtain goes up in 30 minutes, brother.
30 minutes? It'll take me that long to become a miner's son again.
See you backstage.
Wagner phoned me backstage. He told me come rushing up here. He's got a big surprise for us.
What'd you do about those White House steps?
They still sticking on the apron.
Forget about it. McCluskey get them on.
I don't know, Harry. We may inaugurate Lincoln in the orchestra pit. Say, you know what I got coming tonight? Professor Zeno. He's the head rubber at the Luxor Baths. And boy, can he applaud. He's got mitts like that. Every time he claps, it sounds like a herd of elephants.
Sure wish Wagner would hurry back.
Hey, what's the big surprise? I was down in the grill with Hilda and her parents, and Wagner insisted that I break away and come up here. Said he had a big surprise just for the four of us.
Seems to me we should be celebrating after the show.
Don't you think so?
I used to wear an outfit like that. In a juggling act.
Very funny.
Hey, there must be racketeers living on this floor.
You mean those gorillas out in the hall?
Did you notice them too?
They come up in the elevator with me. They're only hotel security. There must be a man in somebody's room.
I'm nervous about tonight.
Don't worry, kid. Nothing can go wrong. We'll be right there working with the stagehands. Gordon's taking the light cues, Harry's taking the coaching, and... Yeah? Scribble balls.
Hello, Joe? What's the matter?
What? Who told him? Joe. No, Joe. Joe.
Wagner found out?
They called him from the bank.
Well, what's he going to do about it?
Joe couldn't talk.
I don't see what you fellas are so frightened about. Wagner was bound to discover it anyways. Besides, he can't do anything about it now. I'm going down to face him.
Maybe the kid is right, huh?
Sure, let's go down.
Hey! Where do you think you're going? Get back in there, you can't keep me here. Oh, get me. Get back in there.
The hotel security!
And then you had the lousy one.
Say, you can't do this to me! I'm the author! They can't keep me here. They're only house security, chumps.
We're on hotel property.
They can keep us here until the cops come.
Cops!
We can never get by those chumps. They're tough.
But I can't be arrested. Hilda's waiting for me.
What's the use? I'm like Hercules in the stables, you know that? Just when I think I've swept the place clean, I turn around and there's more there. Oh, God. I've got actors in dressing rooms, scenery on the stage, an audience in the theater. I've got to sit in the hotel room on opening night, waiting to be arrested.
I never thought I'd be arrested for writing a play.
The curtain goes up in 20 minutes.
19 minutes.
Hilda and I were supposed to be married after the opening.
Mazel tov.
I suppose she'll have nothing to do with me after she finds out about the check. Ah, gee. I guess they'll take our fingerprints.
They got mine.
You been in jail?
It's not so bad. If you behave, they make you a trustee.
If only I had some cash to bribe those house chumps.
Maybe the hotel advanced you some.
Hey, I got an ID. Let's hit the fire alarm. We'll start confusion, then we'll duck outside, and then I'll think of something else.
Oh, I got it. Hello? Why, yes, Mr. Wagner. Huh? Senator Blake? Oh, you just got into town. At the Waldorf? Well, Senator, I'm glad to hear you're in a good hotel. Of course this is Mr. Wagner. No, nothing's right. There's a screw loose. The lobby is cockeyed. The rooms are bad. It's the worst damn hotel on Broadway. Damn it! 15 minutes.
Hey, I got another ID. How high up are we?
Too high. There are easier ways of killing yourself.
I once killed myself.
I mean, it was my initiation into the fraternity. They made me do this phony suicide act. Scared the hell out of the chemistry professor.
I suppose they'll throw me out of the fraternity now.
14 minutes.
Say, this chemistry professor, he actually believed you committed suicide.
Oh, yes. He was ready to send for the ambulance.
That's just what I was thinking.
You mean we carry him out?
Of course. He drinks a bottle of iodine when we have to rush him to a hospital. The hotel security have to let us through. It sounds great.
Now don't forget, you even have 3 chemistry professors out there.
We'll make it look authentic. Leo, you go into the bathroom. We'll rush out into the hall screaming. They come in, dash into the bathroom.
And there you are, dead as a herring.
No, not dead. Just dying.
You're still living. That's why we're rushing into a hospital. You're in great danger.
And then, after you carry me out, we can sneak into the theater and watch the show.
Exactly.
You wouldn't think I came from Oswego just 5 days ago.
Now count up to 50 before you stop dying.
I know what to do.
All right. I'm going to go start arguing with the hotel security. Then you two come rushing out, screaming bloody murder. The author has just swallowed a bottle of iodine.
Okie doke, boss.
Are you ready?
Yeah, hurry up. We've only got 12 minutes.
Wow! How do you like my little surprise, boys? Oh, but there's just nothing. See, I have an even bigger surprise. Now, I was planning on having you all arrested, but I thought of something much more pleasant than jail. Now, I'm inviting you all to come down and watch the show with me from a little cubbyhole in the mezzanine.
We'd rather be backstage.
But this is a much better view. In about 15 minutes, the sheriff will come along and take all the scenery up the stage.
Wagner!
Right in front of the audience.
Wagner!
You can't!
And now I'll give you the pleasure of hearing me call up my lawyer who will get those shares. There, come on, girl. Get the paper from him. It'll save time getting the writ.
Wagner! My God, you can't do this to me. I'll be the laughing stock of Broadway.
That's just what I figured. You made me the laughing stock of the hotel business. Oh, what was that? Who's in there? Good heavens!
He's committed suicide! Get him out of there!
You drove me to it.
What have you done?
Girl, get that bottle. Give him some water. This is awful.
You drank a whole bottle of iodine!
Why didn't you stop him?
We didn't know!
Don't just stand there, Scribble, you idiot! Do something! Get the house out there!
Besides, shall I call an ambulance?
Don't fucking that means publicity!
Well, we could take him to a hospital.
Oh, that's the same thing. We can't afford a scandal.
Oh, to hell with your scandal.
He's dying over here!
Let's get him out of here.
Wait. What about the dentist?
Oh, that's his day off.
Reputation of the hotel. Ooh, we must take him.
I insist we take him to a hospital.
He's going fast!
No! And Angelo, that's what we need. Dribble, run down to the drugstore and send those security away. We must keep this quiet, Hermel. How is he?
He's turning blue.
Now the reputation of the hotel. Eggs, milk, I'll go down and get some myself. Miller, you keep an eye on him and don't let him die, damn it!
Leo, it's okay.
Ah, gee, he was even more scared than the chemistry professor. And now we can go down and watch the show.
I'm afraid we can't.
But I heard him send the detectives away.
But he's coming right back. And he thinks you're dying.
Couldn't I recover? Sure, Miller saved me.
He'll send for the sheriff.
The sheriff?
To remove the scenery.
Did you hear him talking about it? The minute he finds you alive, he'll stop the show.
Leo, there's only one thing to do. You'll have to stay up here and keep dying for 2.5 hours.
What?
Till the show is over.
But I want to watch it.
If you don't die, there won't be any show.
Don't you see what a lucky break this is? Wagner is scared stiff, and we've got to keep him that way.
Ah, gee. I don't know if I can keep it up for 2.5 hours.
We'll help you.
You'll be up here too.
It'll look phony if we desert you.
I can put on a crying guy.
Never mind.
Have you ever heard me cry? I'm terrific.
What about backstage? Faker, you'll have to keep running up and down every few minutes. Keep things going.
I get you. Take instructions and bring back bulletins.
And if you see Hilda,
I'll give her a song and dance.
Leo, it's all up to you. This is your play, and you've got to die for it.
I'm ready. Now don't forget. Groan, grunt, stagger about, slow and steady, and remember 3 key factors. Project, enunciate, and make it very believable.
And you'll have to keep it going for 2.5 hours. Those actors downstairs are all depending on your performance. Remember, Leo, you've got a tough audience.
don't you worry. I'll give you the best performance you ever saw in a hotel bedroom.
That's the spirit.
I'm coming, Davis! You, give me the milk! What? 2%? I get that free, damn it!
Here he comes.
Good luck, Davis. Drop dead.
It's all over. His heart has ceased beating.
Such a young man. What a horrible end.
And all he said was,
Mommy! On the stage downstairs, they've barely begun your immortal second act. And up here, well, you've already finished your last act. Too soon! Too soon! He died too soon.
He was too tired!
I'll never forgive myself for this.
No, don't take it so hard.
You should have called the doctor!
But he kept recovering, and dying, and recovering, but then dying, and then recovering again. It all happened so fast. Every time I gave him more Ipecac, he seemed to get better. Or maybe I should have given him more Ipecac. That's a rotten life, Gribble.
If you could only bring him back. Watching him just cross the door, and it didn't collapse.
How can you think of a show at a time like this?
Jeez, did he croak already? He couldn't hold out any longer.
It was a terrific struggle.
Too bad.
It's all right, Faker!
Try to control yourself.
We believe you!
Gee, Gordon, I can see him looking at me with them baby blue eyes and asking me, Faker, how's the show getting along?
Yes, I can hear you answering!
Kid, the second act is even better than the voice. Sasha's terrific. He's holding the whole show together. That Russian's another Catherine Cornell. That's what I would have told him.
Too bad he can't hear you.
An hour ago, we were at each other's throats. Now, a thing like this makes you realize
It certainly does.
you struggle for money. What the hell good is it? You never know who's next.
Yeah. Here today and gone tomorrow.
Goodbye, Leo.
Good night, sweet.
Well, we all must go sometime. Too bad he didn't die in the after.
Jeez. Wait, you mean it's bad for the hotel?
It's not good, is it? Bound to be a scandal.
Well, too late to do anything about it now.
Yep, may as well notify the police.
Oh, is that necessary?
It's the law.
Well, if we could arrange...
Arrange what?
Well, If the body wasn't found on the hotel proper...
Naturally, it would help us if we could...
Oh, we could dump him in an alley!
I don't know.
We could sell him to Bellevue!
How can you be so sacrilegious? The body's not even cold yet. What are you thinking of?
We're only thinking of you, Joe, of the reputation of the hotel.
I'm afraid it's too irregular.
But the scandal...
I know.
There'll be an awful stink in the Times.
And they'll find out why he did it.
We'll have to tell them the truth.
The truth? What truth?
Well, after all,
You drove him to it.
Why,
and who's threatened to send for the sheriff?
I can see it now. White Way official accused of psychological murder.
That's ridiculous.
Of course it is, but you know how the papers are.
Gordon, there's no law that prohibits a couple of hotel guests from carrying out a drunken friend.
Sure, we could lug him out the back way.
And into the theater.
He could be found in a seat.
He saw us play on stage and he took poison.
Sure. Instead of a suicide, it'd be a mystery.
And it didn't happen in the hotel.
No, I'm sorry.
Mr. Wagner, wait until after the last act.
I'm afraid that's too long to wait. We'll just have to face it.
Wagner, wait! Don't call yet.
Why not?
Well, before you take him from us, couldn't we at least say a few words over him?
It's the least we can do.
Yes, of course.
My friends, my heart is too full to say what I really feel. Davis is no longer with us. Doesn't seem possible, really. Well, he was a great playwright who died too soon.
Yes, well, now...
Now, just a minute, Mr. Wagner.
Rest in peace, sweet prince. Amen.
Okay, well...
He's not in James County.
Oh, you're all up here. Why are you singing? I kept expecting you all downstairs. Where's Leo?
He was too late to watch the play.
Well, Faker told me he was up here. Oh, I want him to see Sasha. He's giving such a thrilling performance. And after all, we discovered him.
Hilda, we're transacting a deal, huh?
Oh, Mr. Wagner. Senator Blake was looking for you.
Senator Blake? He's here?
I saw him backstage just now at Second Act Intermission. He wants to see you.
How was the inauguration scene?
Oh, it was wonderful. Lincoln looked just like Lincoln.
I'm sorry, Miller. We can't put this off any longer. Not with Senator Blake around. I'll notify the police.
Now, don't get panicky.
Police?
You can't. Think of...
Well, she would have found out sooner or later. I'll get the coroner. Big cat!
Now look what you've done! This is all your fault!
You made him sick!
You had us convinced he was dead!
Milk! Raw eggs! Ipecac! It was just a fainting spell, that's all!
We ought to sue you for this!
And we were going to bury him!
Damn it, Miller! This is the last trick you ever pull on me. I'm gonna stop that show right now!
You can't send for the sheriffs now, don't! Please!
I don't need the sheriffs. I'll get the porters, the bell house, the house detectives. I'll get that show off the stage if it's the last thing I do. Come on, Trouble! Senator!
Well, hello there, Wagner. Phone call come up here for me.
Oh, I know, Senator.
The Boston operator was gonna call me up here.
Anything wrong, sir?
The bookkeeper of the Boston unit ran off with the manager's wife. and $63,000.
Oh, for goodness sake.
And now, just when we got a show downstairs in the theater, and I'm busier than a bird dog, I gotta go up there and straighten things out. I'll tell you you're here, Senator, and you want to watch your temper, Wagner. After the way you talked to me on the telephone this afternoon, I was about ready to fire you.
Telephone?
But I'm glad you did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come up here and found out about this show.
I had nothing to do with it, Senator. It was all Gribble's idea.
I did.
Gribble!
You see, Miller here, the producer, is his brother-in-law. They concocted the whole thing between themselves.
Well, if this show's gonna be in my theater...
No, don't worry, Senator. It won't be there long.
What are you talking about? It'll be there 2 years if I'm any judge.
You like it?
Everybody likes it. Judge Watkins of the Circuit Court came up to me and said, "That's the finest play I ever did see. It has a message."
Not only has a message, but it will make a profit. It'll pull this hotel out of the red.
By the way, Miller.
Yes, Senator.
I have a suggestion to make.
Yes, Senator.
I think there should be a dance number.
A dance number?
Yes, you know, everybody loves a good dance number. Something modern, like the Charleston.
All right, Senator. We'll dance the Charleston.
That's the idea. That's what I mean.
Yes.
I like you, Wagner. You give all the credit to Gribble, and that's downright modesty. But I know you must have had a hand in it somewhere.
Well, of course he did.
He had both hands in it.
Think of it. A white waiter starring in a white play in the White Theater.
Written by a white author.
Well.
For you, Senator.
Hello? Yeah?
Hello, partners.
Damn it.
Look here, Stevens. I can't make the 11 o'clock trains. I gotta stay here until the third act of my new show. I'm starring one of my waiters. He's terrific. Very handsome-looking gentleman.
Hey, I got another idea. We can advertise room, bath, and show for $5 a night. We'll put it in a box office, and then I'll think of something else.
Could I please see the last act?
Anyhow, I'm sending up a good man in my place. Our new vice president, Greg Wagner.
Cheer up, Wagner. See what I did for you? You never can tell. This might be the first hotel to win the Pulitzer Prize.
Thank you so much for coming to the show. We hope you enjoy the performance.
We truly appreciate your support, and thank you all for coming out tonight.
Firstly, we as a cast would like to thank our wonderful backstage crew.
They all worked tirelessly on this set.
We have David Soka on lights.
And also DJ Torko on sound.
And of course, the rest of our wonderful backstage crew,
including Daniel Kohlenbosch, doing the count. Austin Rodney, Ami Hagar, and all the others who helped me building up the set.
Backstage Clan, our house manager and experienced backstage member, Gabriel Nagy. Before we finish up here, we have someone else we'd like to thank.
Our wonderful,
Outstanding,
unbelievable,
committed,
talented
director,
Ouriel!
Too much at all.
On behalf of the cast and crew, we would like to present you with a gift from all of us.
In order to truly thank you for your dedication to this production and to all of us, we would like to give you a signed poster from the cast and crew. And also, we're going to give you another special gift on Sunday. We don't have it here, sorry.
Well, thank you very much. This is totally deserved. I want to thank everybody for coming out here, especially, let's start with the VIPs, who help all that extra income help support this program, which really is a wonderful, wonderful program. It's we're going on over 30 years now, and is Trudy here? Is Trudy here?
Yeah.
Trudy in the back. Trudy's Schoolhouse has been doing makeup since I was at YULA, and before me, and before the person who was before me. She's been here for over 22 years doing the makeup. I also want to recognize Rabbis Glass and Liber, who have been very supportive of me and allowing me to do this craziness. And I have to really thank one person. I really would like to dedicate this particular play to my wife, Gabe. But I have to thank her because, this obviously takes a lot. We have an entirely brand new cast, save for 2 experienced actors on stage. 3 experienced on stage. Right? You can imagine how hard this was. This was hours and hours, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock nights, and I never heard a word of, can't you come home earlier? Or anything like that. She's been so supportive. My wife has just been my rock, and I love her dearly. And thank you. If you enjoyed the show, and we hope you did, please tell everybody. We've got 2 nights left. Thank you so much.